So, I waited to make a video on this. I mean, you can see, this was posted on February 23rd. Because there was a couple things I wanted to do before I went ahead and actually gave my opinion on this. Number one, I actually was able to test out the Apple Vision Pro. No, I was not able to buy one myself because, listen, at the end of the day, I can't afford it. I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all. I can't afford it. So I went ahead and tried one out myself. One of my friends got one. And to be honest, yeah, it is all it's cracked up to be. I absolutely loved it. And even though I was very much of a, I don't say a hater, but I was very much I was questionable about the product because of the price tag, right? And was it worth the price tag? Is it worth it at the end of the day? All that kind of stuff. After going ahead and using it, I will say it's worth the price tag, but it does come down to, again, what you're really trying to utilize the Apple Vision Pro for. If you're trying to be strictly gaming, go with the Meta Quest 3. But if you're trying to use it in an AR environment and use it in an everyday environment and kind of mix reality, it's the best thing you could ever buy. But for like a strict gaming circumstance, go Meta Quest 3. Anyway, though, and that's price, performance, all that kind of stuff. So this was talked about and posted about, and it says a small number of Apple Vision Pro owners have claimed that their headset developed a hairline crack down the middle of the front cover glass, despite never have been dropped or mishandled. And if you guys do not know, I did a whole entire video about it, but the teardown of this is actually, it's laminated glass. There's a plastic layer on top of the glass. So there's an outside glass panel, but there's plastic on top of it. So if you have it in a bag or you have it anywhere near something that can scratch, it can easily scratch the outside of this device, right? So this device is actually very scratchable. Nonetheless, though, I kind of waited because I wanted to see if there was anything else or any validity to this outside of what we always see when it comes to foldable, flippable phones. And yes, there is a comparison here because it's a niche product, and okay, let me not even compare to foldable, flippable phones. I'm going to compare it to any product possible. Every time a product's released, even iPhones, okay, there is a certain amount of iPhones that are defective, broken, have a problem, have a flaw. And if you think about the fact, let's say they manufacture, I don't know, 1 billion iPhones, 10% of those 1 billion are going to be something's wrong with them. From the smallest problem to a full-on, the display cracks after a certain amount of uses, right? And that's just how it works. Every business, they take that into consideration. They put down the mark, their margins of error are usually 10%, right? That's just how it works. Now, obviously, when you spend $4,000, 4,000 some odd dollars on a Vision Pro, and this happens, it's a little bit different than an iPhone breaking or a regular phone breaking, right? Obviously, when you get into the foldable phones, it's $1,800, but nonetheless, though, there is a margin of error, and that's why they have warranties, and that's why they have, things where you can exchange products and send it to them and whatever the case. And I'm sure, based on what I've understood, and I waited to see if there was any real interesting information or development in this case, it seems like it's still a very small issue, and it's not like a mass issue, like, for example, with the Galaxy Note 7, where that thing was absolutely going kabooey on everyone. This is a very small, controlled issue. And again, it might have just been a bad product line where a certain amount of these were just defective, or maybe the glass wasn't correctly adhered to the plastic and is causing problems. And again, it's going to happen like this, right? Until it's a widespread issue, and I've waited. Again, it might become a widespread issue, but I waited around 24 days. It's not a widespread issue yet. I also wanted to wait until I actually tried the thing out because I kind of don't want to go in here like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and then like not know what I'm talking about. I actually tried this device out. So overall wise, It is what it is. Again, like I said, we're going to see this whenever anything comes out. I always talk about foldable phones on this channel. That's why I make a quick comparison. But every time when the Pixel Fold came out, there was so many people like, oh, there was a small amount of units where the inside display, the side piece was actually cracking and breaking, and it was destroying the inside display. So people are like, oh, you can't buy this phone. It has problems with durability. Well, no, it doesn't. It's a small amount was having issues, and that's just how any product works when it gets released, is there's going to be margin for error. It's just how it works. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.